Welcome to another episode of The Gift is Free. Coming back at you live every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really, you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean, kind of the given things to talk about that's on the forefront right now. And that's the NFL playoffs for real. Coming into this weekend, man, we had some good matchups this past weekend for real. We saw the Patriots take a good L. And all in that, and all in all, when you look at that situation, man, I know a lot of people looked at that situation as kind of the end of Tom Brady, but I just looked at it as the way he went out. You gotta understand, there's no way he's gonna retire off that. So I kind of quickly came to understanding for that to pump the brakes on him retiring. But it's a lot of people that feel like he doesn't really have anything left in the tank to prove anyway, but he does. So he's gonna come back, and he proved that in the Instagram message that he had put, or Instagram picture that he had put up, saying he had something to come back for. So New England took a L. You know what I mean? Houston went up to Buffalo, or Houston beat Buffalo in overtime. That was a very good game, man. Watson showed a lot of prowess, man. A lot of cojones standing in the pocket and taking big hits and being able to withstand those hits and get it done, man. That was a big game. And you look at the Minnesota game, that was a shocker to most. Looking at that game, I thought that New Orleans will be able to go out there and handle their business, like I had said. If you look at a team like New Orleans, man, it's kind of sad when you kind of break them down and you look at them in context, like how they've been operating, man. They haven't been to the Super Bowl since '09. With all the talent that they've been able to accumulate down in New Orleans, they haven't been able to get back to the bowl at all. And like you say, you got some questionable calls that have been able to kind of keep them out of that. But at the same time, man, this was a big loss for, you know what I mean, for the Saints, man. It kind of is going to depict their future. Guys are going to be getting up out of there at this point. You got to kind of go ahead and just abort that ship. If you somebody on the Saints mob, might want to look elsewhere as far as coaching and trying to figure some things out, man. That was a big loss, like I said. But looking at the other game, which was the Seattle and Philly game, man, Seattle was able to get the win against Philly. They was really banged up, man, and then they come out there and then their quarterback gets hurt, which was very questionable at the end of the day. It didn't look like a situation where you come down to losing your quarterback, but Carson Wentz went down early after 4 passes thrown, and they was kind of in shambles from there. But even still, the Seahawks weren't able to put the game away like they were supposed to, even with a super banged up Eagles team. So you're coming into this week, you're looking at some games like the NFC. First of all, I want to talk about the NFC game, which is the Vikings and the 49ers. That's the first game on Saturday. And you look at the team like the Vikings, man, coming off that win against the Saints. The only thing that people were kind of asking questions about was what Kirk Cousins was going to be able to do, and would he be able to show up in an actual big game. He was able to it wasn't a great game, but it wasn't a super bad game at all. It wasn't a super good game, wasn't a bad game. He went 19 for 31, almost 250 in passing, threw a touchdown, you know what I'm saying? And he came up with a big play late in the game, so kind of the stats was decent, you feel me? But the plays that he made were key in them getting the victory. So he came up and did his thing and was able to get that win against a solid Saints team, man. At the end of the day, the Saints was a lot of people's favorites. A lot of people didn't have the Saints losing to the Vikings. So you got to tip your hat to the Vikings for being able to come out and get that done. With that being said, the 49ers are going to be ready for them. You know, you have to look at the 49ers and look at what they've been holding their hat on all year, and that's the defensive side of the football. I know Jimmy Garoppolo and offense, they've been able to put up numbers and maintain top 5 offensive numbers for the bulk of the year. But the defense is what they've been having their bread and butter with Bosa in their corners and guys being able to go out there and get stops and maintaining top 2 and 3 positions defensively all year. So looking at that, it's going to be a good game for sure. If I had to pick a team, for this matchup. I'm going to just go ahead and go with the 49ers. I think that the Vikings coming off of that win was a great win for them, but I think the 49ers can match up well with them because of their elusive defense and their ability to match them offensively. So the Saints defense wasn't as rugged and as polished as this defense is, and the offense is, even though it was powerful, it wasn't overpowering the defense of the Vikings, which is not really that good to me. So I'll look for the 49ers to get this win, and it's going to be a good game for sure. So we're going to be looking out for that one. That's the first one. You look at this team, man, and like I said, as far as the Vikings is concerned, if they're looking to try to win, like I said, I think the 49ers are going to win. You're going to have to get that big game from Cousins, and you're going to have that big game from Cook. I don't know if they can be able to duplicate that, because the 49ers are going to be keen on that now, so they're going to have to go elsewhere. But if they can get that type of energy and those type of numbers from those guys, they'll be put in a good position to win the game. Not saying that they're going to win the game, but they'll be in a whole lot better position to be able to win the game, just as they were in the Saints game, which could have went either way, and they made the right plays to be able to get out of there with that win. You look at the Seahawks game versus the Packers. Tough win for the Seahawks, man, but after you watch that game, you obviously see when they're playing them, when they're playing the Eagles, there was just a lot of holes for the Seahawks. There was plenty of plays where they could have capitalized, and if they had been healthy, you could honestly say that the Eagles might have been able to win that game, because the Seahawks just weren't able to connect on the times where they should have been able to put them away. They weren't able to do that. Banged up Eagles team at that. So you look at this team, man, the Seahawks are very good, but I think coming into Green Bay, with a team sitting on a bye, with Aaron Rodgers just sitting there waiting for this team, I think they're going to come out there and pummel this team. Like, I don't think it's going to be one of them good old games. I think the Packers are just going out here and they're going to bury them. You look at them, they've won 8 straight games at home. Aaron Rodgers, like I said, he's coming to prove something this year. And for all that's been said, you know what I mean, about all of these other quarterbacks and everything, a lot of people hold their heads high as far as Aaron Rodgers is concerned. It's for rightful reason. Like, this team has been able to go out there and get it done, like I said, week in, week out. And you look at a guy like Aaron Rodgers, he's been not really like overwhelming in the throwing aspect as far as the yards and all of that is concerned, but he has been playing damn near mistake-free football, throwing 4 picks all season. That's, you know what I mean, that's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And that's just showing the testament to how they're trying to take care of the ball, and they've been able to come out with wins because of that, you know what I'm saying? And that should go without, you know what I mean, that shouldn't go without saying, for real. So Aaron Rodgers is going to come out there and do what he has to do and get that team out the way. Seahawks, you had a good season. Appreciate that money. You won me. But anyway, you look at the game with the Titans and the Ravens in the AFC, man. Obviously, people are looking at this Titans team after they beat the Patriots. Cat fact. Caught me. Cat fact. Hold on. Cat facts. Yeah, I think that got that off the cat. Anyway, you look at the Titans versus the Ravens game. A lot of people are looking at the Ravens, man, and their Super Bowl favorites, obviously for justified reasons. And the Titans coming off a game against the Patriots, man, where they played well, man. Derrick Henry obviously went out there and literally willed his team to a victory. They just gave the ball to him whenever they saw fit, and he was able to get them through. Don't sleep on that quarterback and Tannehill. He's been able to get out there and make sound plays. But at the end of the day, man, this game is over, man, before it started. I think the Ravens are going to come out there and really show who's the best team in football from the break. I don't think this is going to be a close game either. The Titans, like I said, they had a good win against the Patriots, but they're going to have to go ahead and hang that thing up. It's all good. because they knocked off them, like I said, they knocked off the Patriots, so everybody cool with that. Then you got the Texans versus the Chiefs. I love what I saw, man. I love what I saw out of the Texans the other night, man. They played gutsy football. They was able to go out there and make the tough plays. I know I posted that highlight clip when Watson took that tough hit in the pocket and still was able to deliver the throw. Those type of plays are going to be the things that separate you in the playoffs, to be able to get to the next rounds, to be able to get to the Super Bowl. Ultimately, you have to make those type of plays. You look at him and Hopkins; they weren't able to really get involved with each other like that during the game. He had 8 targets to 6 catches, but he'll need to get a whole lot more involved against the Chiefs for real. So if they want to have a chance, because you know what I mean, Houston is decent defensively, but the Chiefs can come out there and really overpower you if they come out there offensively clicking. They got a lot of weapons, man, from wide receivers to the running backs. You got Hill, who can slide anywhere on your offense and be a formidable weapon for Kansas City. So with the decency with the Chiefs. The thing with the Chiefs is that makes them so crazy. The decency that they have is that they don't honestly overwhelm the offense with giving the ball to Hill and sliding him into the slot or sliding him to the running back to run certain plays. If they were to expand on that, I think this game will be a blowout as well. But we'll have to see, man. The Texans are not going to lay down and just take it. I think that the Texans are definitely going to be able to pose a threat to the Chiefs, and I like to see. I think the Texans are going to win the game, man. I had to pick. I picked the Ravens game. So the last pick I got for these games, man, I think the Texans are going to beat the Chiefs, man. No, I'm not betting, so don't blow my phone up with all that. What's your cash app? Throw this, that, and third. No. Anyway, so looking at that, man, you got these games coming out, man. You got the Ravens coming out, and you got the Houston Texans coming out, man. I think ultimately the Ravens will get them, and then the Packers and 49ers, man, that's going to be a great game. We'll have to see how this weekend goes to see how these teams play, to be able to kind of look at that one for the future prediction. Moving on to another subject. I don't know if anybody wanted to call in and talk about any of the football stuff. You're more than welcome to call in real quick. I'm going to move on in a second. See what's going on. JB, what them Packers gonna do, man? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So let's talk Melo being an all-star. I don't know, man. I don't know about Melo being no all-star, dog. That's reaching a little hard, man. You gotta think about his position and where he at, dog. Speaking of the league, I'm ready to go ahead and move on to that real quick. Y'all can get y'all bets in and do all y'all things in the comments. So other day, like I said, I had posted who I thought was the MVP in the league, and it was definitely surprising to me for real, because a lot of people is looking in the NBA and looking around and just seeing Giannis just taking over the league and going out there and dominating and everything. But looking elsewhere as far as the players around the league, obviously, like I say, one of my favorite players is LeBron, and I obviously be looking at that a lot. Hold on one second before I get to that. Somebody real quick. So I'm going to hold on for 1 second before I jump into that. What's going on, man?
Nothing, yo. Hey.
First of all, you in the car, yo. I don't like it when people in the car because your connection rate go out. Then second of all, you look upset too. So what's going on, yo?
Yeah, if my connection go bad, just cut me off. But I just had to come get at your cat facts real quick.
Yeah, they had lost week 4 to the Eagles, yo. What's going on,
Yeah,
yo?
yo, come on, yo. Tighten your facts up, yo. You know what I mean? You on here lying like Stephen A. Smith, yo.
Yeah, that was my bad. I said no, but I say my bad though. That was my bad.
You got, I mean, you trying to be a credible source. Anyway, and then your predictions, yo. It's like them games, like this the NFL playoffs, yo. Ain't gonna be. You called for 3 blowouts. Ain't happening, yo. Ain't happening. Not, if you ain't learned nothing from last week, you know what I mean? By the way those games was played, it don't be no blowouts in the NFL playoffs like that. If there is gonna be a blowout, it'll probably be Ravens and Titans just because Titans is overmatched. But I wouldn't even bet on that one being a blowout, honestly. It's gonna be a slow
Honestly,
game.
I probably should have. Yeah, I probably should have like changed my word choice. It's not really more so like a blowout. I think they're just gonna be able to handle it. Like it won't be a situation where we're looking at the last few possessions, like you know what I mean, or looking at the last quarter.
Yeah, I think the Ravens will pull away late. You know what I'm saying? I think the Chiefs are gonna win comfortably. I don't think it'll be a blowout. But I do think they'll pull away. They'll secure the victory. And I'm going Packers. And I think the Vikings gonna get San Fran, yo.
You think the Vikings gonna get them? I mean, they got the pieces to do it, man. I just don't want to. I can't sit there and count out this top seed. The 49ers aren't their top seed. They got big wins. They got everything that they need for real too. So it's not like I could just give it to them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something about that top seed and those buys though, yo. Like sometimes that shit could be a detriment. That team, they kind of new to this whole success thing. You know what I mean? And that buy doesn't do anything but mess up your rhythm. And coming off that bye, yo, like teams are a lot more vulnerable than you would think. You know what I'm saying? So I think Minnesota coming off a big win. Yeah, I mean they got a huge monkey off their back. Kirk Cousins got a huge monkey off their back. Thielen balled out. You know what I'm saying? Thielen looking back. You know what I mean? Thielen looking like he back. And of course you got my man Chef Cook. He gonna do him. He probably gonna rush about $152 tubs. You know what I mean? And then of course Diggs. So they definitely got weaponry out there to get with them. To get with San Fran and their defense. I know San Fran defense is tough, but I'm telling you, yo, Vikings, yeah.
But my thing about it is too with the Viking. I mean, with the 49ers defense, they not sorry like the Saints defense. So we might not even see that same. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like that the Saints defense was just pure shit. Like they weren't pure shit, but they're not on the level of the 49ers defense. So you're not going to see some of them same aspects going down with the Vikings and all of that.
Now, I understand 49ers got a good defense, yo, but Minnesota got weapons, and they going to pose a threat, and they going to apply pressure. See, Saints defense isn't bad. I mean, before last week, if you would have asked anybody about Marcus Lattimore, they tell you, oh yeah, he's a pretty good up and coming cornerback.
Right.
I mean, he had a great first couple years in the league, and Thielen wore his ass out.
Right.
Wore his ass out. You know what I mean? So that that playoff ball different. Thielen was in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Like they definitely gonna apply pressure. If Kirk Cousins played this Sunday like how he played last week, they're gonna apply pressure to the 49ers. And the 49ers is uncharted territory. They're probably the most vulnerable team coming out of the bye that I look at. You know what I mean? Like, because like I said, that bye isn't always helpful. You know what I'm saying? I look at the Ravens too. Like they got all that momentum, and then they just had to sit for 3 weeks. Like, you know what I mean? And they're a rhythm-based offense, and they're going to come out slow. I think they'll pull out. You know what I mean? I think they'll pull it out in the end, but they definitely going to come out slow. And they definitely going to have to, you know what I mean, like fight to win that game for sure. These games
So who'd you say your picks was again?
I go Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Vikings. Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Vikings.
Okay.
And I think all competitive games for real. All of them. it's NFL players. These teams are like pretty well matched up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no overwhelming team. Like, the Ravens are the overwhelming, like, great team. But even, like, their quarterback is young. You know what I mean? Like, he got some shit to prove in the playoffs himself. So, you know what I mean? I just don't think, like, teams are just coming through just blowing, like, niggas is.
You don't feel like the Packers going to blow the Seahawks out?
No, man. No. When have you ever seen the Seahawks get blown out in the playoffs ever?
I'm just saying, based off what I seen from last week, because they wasn't
It's
bad.
a week-to-week thing, yo. It's a week-to-week thing.
That's a fact too, though. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Poses a different challenge. You know what I'm saying? It don't like that team is going to look completely different this week. The Packers show different stuff than whatever they've seen in Philly. Much as it's just Seahawks offense is depleted. They're down to Marshawn Lynch at running back, who they had to call off the street. You know what I'm saying? So.
Didn't he train? He said he trained in Tim Boots, right?
Yeah, he trains in Butters on the beat.
In Butters.
Yeah, all that just to average 3 yards a carry.
All right, yo, we can't start Jordan and all that. Yo, we get serious.
You asked, yo. You asked. You got Tim's on the beach to average 3 yards a carry. Like, what was it for? But they look like a different team this week. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna win because like that's back-to-back road games and hostile environments. Like that shit catches up with you. They really caught a vulnerable Eagles team for real, having to fly across country. That was hard enough to even get that win. And then you got to go right back to Green Bay. They tough to beat at home. They damn sure tough to beat at home when them temperatures drop. If Aaron Jones get to running all crazy and catching out the backfield and scoring 3-4, you know, how he do scoring all them touchdowns, you ain't beating them. You ain't beating them.
It's definitely gonna be a tough one for them, man. That's why I'm saying, like I want to rephrase what I was saying earlier. I don't feel like it's gonna be blowouts.
Yeah, because another thing, you got to look at trends, yo, in teams. Like I said, like a team like the Seahawks show, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't care who's on the field for them or what the situation. They're not a team that's just gonna roll over and get blown out. They always gonna be a tough out. You know what I'm saying?
Good coaching, got decent players at the right positions.
Great quarterback. You ain't blowing them out. You might get up on them. They're gonna fight their way back, and they're not getting blown out. Chiefs, Texans, that ain't gonna be a blowout. Vikings gonna get the Niners, and they're gonna get them late, and it's gonna be a close one. There ain't gonna be no blowouts. Not here. But look. That's all I got for you. I gotta run into the store real quick. I'm freezing, y'all.
You cold as a bitch for the gift is free, and I appreciate your courage and your decency, dog. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I had to holler at you because you was cat facting and all that other crap. I had to get you.
Yeah, that was my bad, yo. God damn, I let it go, yo.
It's all good. You still my man.
I appreciate you, yo. I holla.
All
right. Keep talking about the damn cat facts, man. I messed up, dog. Still getting acquainted with this football stuff. Y'all been working with your boy, though. You feel me? You see how he tried to get me out of there? Y'all was about the third, fourth time, dog. You was late. Matter of fact, Fleet, get up on here. I need to holler at you about some things, man. I need to holler at you about some real things, man. For real, yo. But in the meantime, yo, like you said, I didn't honestly, I guess I said blowouts, but honestly, it was just some situation where I think these teams that are supposed to handle the team are supposed to handle it and get the win. I think they're gonna get it. So I definitely there he is, Mr. Doja himself.
Papers, no backwood.
You on papers now?
We healthy now. We healthy.
Ever since you started hanging around them cats with them high socks, you changed.
Hey, we
changed. What's going on with you, player? Happy New Year to you, dog.
Man, same to you, man. I can't call it.
I got a couple questions to ask you for real. I know this is my show. You come ask me questions, but I got.
Hold on, son. I'm on a TV show, son. Hold up. What's up?
Shout out to Lil Fleet, young superstar.
Yeah, in the bath, yo. I gotta get him.
You get his fronts ready yet?
Huh?
Did you get his fronts ready yet?
Yeah, when his adult teeth come in.
All right, check this out, man. What you feel about some of these primetime athletes going to historically black colleges, yo? How do you feel about it?
I like it. I love
it. You love it?
You know, I'm all about the people. You know, our people.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I mean, the exposure a little different. It'll be, I mean, it's tougher to, I guess, go to the league out of there, but.
But is it?
My people's always told me if you're good, they find you anywhere.
But this is what I'm saying. In this day and age, is the exposure different? In this day and age?
I mean, yeah, you do got a lot of internet. I mean, they not on ESPN like that. They not on like Kentucky. They not on like Duke.
Man, look, you can go viral and be on everything.
You can.
You see what I'm saying? If you Zion Williamson, you think Zion Williamson go to Howard, he ain't going first? Huh?
Yeah, he's still, yeah. They gonna talk about the comp though. They gonna talk about the schedule, who he been playing against, and all that.
We not worried about that. Is he banging off the vert 360 windmill on you still?
Yeah, he doing all that. He doing
all that. Your game is your game. But I just wanted to ask you about that for real to see what your take was on that, because you know you got a lot of
I like it though, especially a dude like say LeBron's son. He don't need the facilities. He don't need he already rich. So it'd be just going to basically ball for real. But it's all depending on the situation for the kid too. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not like we forcing them to go, but you feel me? We not gonna speak down against it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no. Fuck no.
Yeah, we not
That's
gonna
like
do nothing
speaking
like
against
that.
the black quarterback.
Yeah, we don't do nothing like that. We're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to check in with you real quick, man. Get your stance. Everything great? You got anything you want to get off your chest real quick before you get up out of here?
No, man, I just want to say, Flock Nation, baby. Ravens, man. We got to bring it home, man. We had a good year. Anything but an AFC championship would be a disappointment for us.
And that's a fact.
You know, we did a lot this regular season, so we got to, we got to finish it off, man.
I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all anything short of a chip, y'all might be just a bust.
I'm coming, yo.
And I'm leaving y'all. I'm dipping on y'all. Y'all with a chip, I'm dipping on y'all.
Damn, at least I say the AFC. If we get to the Super Bowl and lose, I ain't gonna be mad for real.
What you think it's gonna take, man? What y'all gonna have to do against these Titans, man?
We want to stop Henry on first and second, and I'll let the quarterback beat us, man. Tannehill, man. I force him to beat us on third down. So stop Henry on first and second. Yeah, that's gonna get us by. They're not stopping us on offense.
Not at all.
What they gonna do? What they gonna do? I mean, we stop Big Henry now. He a dog. That's a big motherfucker, man. That can move too now. You got to make him switch direction. He coming downhill. Niggas ain't tackling him. I don't care who you is.
Right.
But we stop him first and second down. I let Tannehill. We live with that. Him beating us on third.
Live with the Tannehill. Live with that.
Yes, sir. I don't believe in him. I don't.
Okay.
But we're gonna see Saturday night. You know what I mean? It's a couple good games on. My Super Bowl predictions is us and the Saints, though. I mean, they just lost. I'm tripping, dog.
Put the Doja out. Put it out.
I'm tripping, dog. Us and the 49ers, I met.
49ers, you sure?
Rematch.
The rematch, yo?
Yeah, I'm tripping, dog.
Nah, it's you know. Yeah, I mean, but that's all I needed, man. I ain't gonna, interrupt you doing your thing. You feel me? I know you're a hard working man. Gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna holler at you. You feel me?
Yeah. Already.
I appreciate you, my boy.
Yes, sir.
All right. That damn my partner Fleet, boy. That boy, woo, that's it. Hey. Anyway, man, it's gonna be a good weekend, man. Like I said, man, the Ravens should have this thing locked up, man. If the Ravens don't lock this Super Bowl up, man, this is a disappointment. Seriously, I mean they gotta go at minimum. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Anybody else want to jump in and join in real quick? Deuce 9, did you need to holler at me real quick? Put your do-rag on. Put your do-rag on. As far as that's concerned, that's that NFL playoff preview. Nobody else want to talk about that. We still want to talk about that. We can get that in, but somebody want to join in and talk about it, we will. Point blank period, though. Going forward, want to talk about something real quick, and that's like I said. Now you say you just here for support. And you under the weather. You're under the covers, not doing nothing. You're a liar. But listen, Want me to send you? Let me send one to my dog real quick. Hold on, JB. It don't even say. Oh, I don't know what's going on, yo. It don't even say you in here. Leave the joint and come back, yo. Jordan, leave the joint and come back. Because they don't even say you in the chat. Yeah, I was ready to say, try to leave the joint and come back for real, because that joint ain't work for real. Oh, man. You say you want to talk about the Rooney Rule? I'm talking about no Rooney Rule, man. Man, hey, Jordan, I don't know what's going on, yo. Yeah, we're gonna talk about something else real quick though, because I don't know what's going on with that and why it ain't working. Rooney Rule is a joint where they have to like interview a black coach for real for the NFL, I believe, right? Is that it? We ain't necessarily gotta be a black coach. Gotta be a coach with some type of color, I believe. Yeah, I don't know why this joint ain't working, Jordan, yo. But moving on for real, like I said, we're gonna talk about this league, like I said. And looking at the league right now, you're looking around. A lot of people be talking about them Clippers and all of that they got going on, man, and how they were supposed to come through just Bogart in the league and all of this and that. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I still believe it for real, but they got a lot they got to work on. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot that they have a lot that they got to figure out coming into the, you know what I mean, coming into the latter part of this league for real. So looking at them, you have to kind of look at them as like a team that's going to kind of figure it out later. But they had a good game against the Knicks, or was that last night, I believe. Paul George came finally, had a good game, because before that he was really slumming. And it really looks like they're going to have to get some time acclimated around each other in order to be able to get that chemistry, because that's going to matter come later. When you're not getting enough reps with guys in the game, I don't know how much they've been practicing, but in game reps, especially when you're playing in series and you're playing road games and things like that, the chemistry is going to matter, and those rotations are going to matter. Guys sitting out of games and all of that may seem beneficial for right now and in the regular season, how things shape out, but anybody that played the game will tell you that chemistry is going to matter coming in the latter part of the season. And they have to be able to hone that and be able to get that camaraderie before the playoffs start, if they're going to seem to go far, unless they're just playing, getting lights out basketball from Kawhi Leonard as he's been playing in the postseason, and then throughout this season even. But you're going to need that from those guys. Paul George specifically, he's not been able to be consistent. He had a good game last night. He had 32, and they needed all 32 of them because they were in a tight game against the Knicks. So he's going to have to look to be more assertive, man, and really step into one and hope they can continue to win when Kawhi's not playing with him and he's just out there bearing the load. So keep an eye on the Clippers, man. Right now They're fourth in the West, right behind Houston, who snuck their way back up into the top three in the league. You got James Harden leading things down there. Of course, you already know one of my MVP favorites every single year. This year's particular, it's going to be tough for him yet again. He's averaging 38 a game. We haven't seen that in our lifetime. Anybody that's watching this has not seen something like this in their lifetime. It doesn't really, like I said, it's never going to get the respect that it deserves. This guy's is second in PER this year, even with averaging all of those points and 7.6 assists a game, having eighth in the league. But you can't just look at this Houston team and think it's all been James Harden. Russell Westbrook has been able to come out there and put together a solid Robin piece for them, especially while Eric Gordon was out. Now that Eric Gordon is back, you got to look at that team to make the next step. So it definitely will be a team you have to look at over the next 5 games. Are playing sub 500 teams until they play the Lakers after that 5th game, which would be a really good test to see where they are with the 2 top players in the league, and him, and who I feel like that is a top player in the league. But in the meanwhile, we'll see how they fare. Look at Luka Doncic, man, and a lot of people talking about Giannis. Like I said, we talked about Giannis. In all respect, I'm going to kind of leave him out of the conversation because he's at the forefront of the MVP without question. That's without my opinions or feelings. The facts are the facts. He's doing what he has to do to be the leader, so I'm kind of leaving him out. But as far as the pool around him, Luka Doncic, you look at him, he's third in the league in scoring at 29 a game, 29.7, so damn near 30 a game. 9.7 rebounds. It's a really good amount for a point guard. And you look at his assist total, which is third in the league at 8.9 a game, so pretty much 9 assists a game. And they're playing against Denver tonight. That's a really good matchup because Denver's second in the West, and you have one potential, obviously a potential MVP candidate in Nikola Jokic that he's playing against. And the Denver Nuggets have been playing good basketball, man. They've kept themselves in second place for the bulk of this season, and they're going to put themselves in a position to have a high seed coming into the playoffs. They can maintain this level of play from each and every one on their team. So we'll see how that fares real quick. We got my man trying to chime in, and we're going to get back to a little bit more of the NBA, but we're going to see where he wants to go real quick.
Yeah.
What it do?
I think everybody bet on this joint, man.
Man, they went bad, but you know how I go. They be back, you know what I mean?
I kept trying to come in and out. I don't know what was going on with my phone, man. What's up, though?
No, ain't nothing, man. I'm laid back, bro.
I had that. I just came ahead.
Trying to stay away from the cat facts and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah,
but you know how I go.
I just seen that, man. I just came ahead weighing on my weekend predictions for real.
Mm-hmm.
As far as NFL goes, man, I got the Packers over the Seahawks. I got the Ravens over the Titans, Chiefs over Texans, and I got the Niners over Minnesota. Now that's just straight up. But if you throwing the points in there, man, you know what I'm saying? You know me. I'm a little gambler, so I like to throw the points out there. And the spreads is kind of crazy this weekend too. So it's like it's like tough for real. I mean, so you got the Pack. They're giving the Seahawks 4. I think the Packers can cover that. They should, anyways. But then they giving Minnesota 7 at the Niners. Me, I'm taking Minnesota to cover that spread, if not win. Like Mark was saying, I got the Niners winning just because that defense is real, man. That defense ain't no joke. But that 7 points is a lot. It's a whole touchdown. And then you got, I believe the spread is they gave the Texans 9.5 versus the Chiefs. That's 2 possessions right there. You know what I'm saying? Well, just about to. That's a lot of points right there, man. I know everybody projecting a blowout. It's a lot of points, though. Texans, man, they you know what I'm saying? They got the mobile quarterback. They got the wide receiver threat, all that. So it's like they can.
I think they're going to win.
Nah, that's dead. But I'm gonna tell you like this though. The Ravens gonna win. Chiefs gonna win, man. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple.
So you taking
Seahawks
it? So you taking the Texans on the spread tip though? Pause.
on the spread tip, yeah, that 9.5, yeah. I take Texans on the spread tip. I think I think Titans is only getting like Titans is only getting like 6, I believe. I'm taking Ravens all day though. Bombs over Baghdad, yeah, 30, 34, like 16, something dumb like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, straight up though, I'm taking Niners, Packers, Ravens, and yeah,
Chiefs.
for real, yeah. So it's like pretty much everybody that's supposed to win, man. They supposed to, everybody that's that's favorite, man. They supposed to win, man. Win the game, man. I tell you like this though, Packers they better win, yo.
Oh, well, I mean, what's the? This my thing because I feel like they're gonna win, and I don't think it's gonna be no issue or nothing like that. I think y'all gonna blow them out. I don't care what your brother talking about as far as all of that.
Yeah,
As far as that game is concerned, them Seahawks ain't got nothing for them, yo.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, because like you said, you watched that game last week versus the Eagles, and they was a little dry. But you know how the league is, though, man. It's week by week, so they could have. You got a couple dollars off that, John. Hold something. So yeah. So that was a bad game. So they're gonna come back. They're not gonna look as bad as they did last week. Just off the simple fact that's just how the NFL is. That's why like half the time it's easy to bet. Like it's easy to bet a game because it's like, all right, well, let's say Seahawks got blown out last week, and next week you be like, all right. You're not getting blown up 2 weeks in a row. It's the Seahawks. I'm gonna take them with the spread and blah blah blah. I'm talking like regular season type time. With that being said, man, they're not gonna look bad 2 weeks in a row. It's just not gonna happen. So they're definitely gonna come out. They got some weapons on offense and defense, and they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna put up a good fight, man. I mean, it's not like a guaranteed victory for the Packers, but I mean, I got us winning just off the strength of
Seahawks sorry as hell, man.
they not, yo.
I mean, listen. All right, yo. All right.
You,
All right.
I know, like I said, you watched that one game. Now when they come out,
They sorry.
and
Like
they got you money. You supposed to be rocking with them.
that was a lick right there. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? All right.
What's going on?
I knew Joe Shorty was gonna jump crazy. And I had to get him out of there and get that couple dollars. But they ain't bought nothing, you feel me? Y'all gonna wax them.
I feel that. What you are you betting this weekend?
No.
So you don't like nothing, you ain't confident in nothing to bet on.
Nah, I ain't tripping off nothing. Like I said, I had to hit the lick.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, you're on a hot streak, man. I was going. So, what you like this weekend? Because last week, I lost every game I picked.
I like Niners. I like Packers. I like Ravens. And I like the Texans. Yeah, and this is one thing I heard you say the other day, right? None of them games gonna go how they should. And all of them Jones ain't gonna go how they should. Well, the Texans game, that's one of them Jones. That's gonna be the one that's not gonna go like it should. They're gonna go in there and get them boys out of there.
I feel that, but like it's still like you got a better chance with Minnesota beating the Niners, which is very possible, and the Seahawks beating the Packers. Those are two joints.
No, they is not going to listen. I'm trying to this is what I'm saying. You've been humble about the Packers all year. I've been trying to explain to you, yo. They're not playing like that. They gonna be going out there about business. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got a lot to like. Aaron Rodgers not one of them dudes that's looking like Drew Brees, like to where still he gonna be cool and shaking hands and all that when they lost. He gonna be hot. He got a lot to ride on this joint. Like he more so in the conversation of being one of the best quarterbacks all the time. Correct?
Depends on who you ask, but yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But in more conversations than not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's in that conversation. He's not going for that, yo. He gonna be out that joint playing like desperate. To me, this is my opinion. You asked me my opinion. I think he's gonna be out there playing desperation football to the point where though a simple game like this, when they playing the Seahawks, which I don't think is nice. Again,
Yeah.
he gonna shred them niggas. He gonna shred them. And this is the reason why I say that. If the Eagles was able to have a piece of a little bit of success on them dudes, yo, and they was all the way broken up, yo, what you think the Packers gonna do to them, yo?
He ain't shred nothing all year though.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
And mind you, the second half of the season, the schedule was that we had the Giants, Redskins,
They ain't got
the
nothing to do with
Lions, and all this and that.
Like,
he ain't shred nothing.
Gonna shred them. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. You ask me, and I'm telling you what I'm thinking in my mind and what's going on. He gonna shred them. They ain't got nothing for him. They sorry. I watched them. Yo, look, I watched them struggle against the Eagles.
I mean, the Eagles beat us. So now what?
They wasn't hurt like that though, was they?
Yes.
Oh shit! Week 4, they were still broke up like that. That was a whole. That was
they ain't had no weapon. They still had Wentz, but they ain't had no weapons like they ain't had like the receivers was out, the DBs was still out. Yeah, they've been hurt all year.
So they had Wentz out there. You said they had Wentz out there, no wide receivers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Game was close until what took place in the game when Wentz got hurt.
Aaron, you talking about the Packers game?
This past game that they just played. No, I'm talking about as far as the Eagles.
I don't know what's going on.
Quarterback went out, got hurt, and then that's when they started getting it popping, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I ain't watching.
Ain't happening against the Packers. Quarterback ain't getting hurt. Ain't no team. Look, this is what I'm trying to explain. They don't got nothing for them, yo. They don't. They're gonna beat the shit out of them. Seriously, watch. But anyway, go ahead and say what you're saying. My bad.
I hope you're right, man. You've been hot. You picked the right game last week. I hope you picked the right game this week, man.
Hopefully,
that's all I really got. But
I might jump out there with $10 with somebody or something. For real. Hey, yo, I'm trying to tell you.
That 10 gonna be all right.
Yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? Just a little something.
I've been getting my head bust since week 15. I'm flat as a tire. Listen, my betting, man. If I have a bad weekend this week, I might consider retiring to 2021. I ain't gonna hold you. Because the way my betting been going, yo, I ain't gonna bet in like 2 months.
Leave it alone, yo.
Go Atlanta Hawks. But all right, yo, I just want to just check in real quick, yo. I'll let you real quick, yo.
I appreciate you coming on, dog. Stay black as always, and watch out for these toms out here because they're coming out here in abundance, and I don't like them.
Yeah, I feel that.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, I mean.
All right, yo.
All right, man. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up for real, man. Get to these games, man. We got a couple of basketball games on tonight. Try and catch for real, so I ain't gonna hold y'all. Had a good, decent conversation about these NFL playoffs, man. I'm definitely trying to get to y'all with some more content during this week. It's definitely gonna be I might have to go live again for real because we got the college playoffs coming up. I mean, not even the playoffs, the championship. So we're gonna be talking about that. I know a lot of LSU fans, a lot of Clemson fans. So gonna try to get them on air, talk some junk for real, man. So we're gonna see how that ends up. And in the meanwhile, just stay on the page, man. Keep you updated with what's going on. Always dropping new content. Interviews coming out soon, like I said, with Souls for Goals. We got some interviews coming out with my man KP, Coach KP, up at Spalding, and kind of his journey to where he's gotten to in his life, from being a basketball player to turning into a coach, man. And we got some good things coming up for y'all, man. We're going to try to keep y'all updated, like I say, as always. And if you want to message me and give me some subjects that you want to hear and talk about, man, just let me know. I'm always open to suggestions, and we'll definitely accommodate you guys as well as we can. Appreciate y'all for coming on tonight, man. As always, remember the gift is free. You have to do what you have to do to separate yourself out here in this world, man. So get out there this week and do that. For yourself, not for nobody else. Prove it to yourself, man. Go hard, take an extra mile, go the extra mile, take that extra step. You know what I'm saying? Use whatever doubt people is throwing at you. Use that as fuel to get to the next step, man, and do what you gotta do, man. However you gotta get there, for real. I'll holler at y'all, man. One love.